Trial for Cory Bigsby is happening now in Hampton. He's the father accused of murdering his son Codi and allegedly concealing the little boy's body.
So court officials are in the middle of picking jurors right now. Angelique Arintok is live with us here outside of the courthouse to bring us up to speed, Angelique, on this case.
A Hampton sheriff's deputy says there's a pool of 65 people court officials will pick from. They need to select 12 and alternates for the jury in Cory Bigsby's trial. He's inside the courthouse right now alongside his attorneys. Supporters of Codi Bigsby are waiting in the wings. Only a limited amount of people are allowed inside the courtroom right now. That includes 13 News Now anchor Dan Kennedy, following all the developments there. More than 2 years after reporting his then 4-year-old child missing to Hampton police, Cory Bigsby stands trial in connection to Codi's murder. On February 3rd, 2022, Hampton police detectives arrested Bigsby on charges of child neglect unrelated to Codi's disappearance. That led Bigsby to stay behind bars for months. A judge denied him bond several times. In June 2023, a grand jury handed down 2 counts against Bigsby, 1 for murder and 1 for concealing a body. After those indictments, a judge granted Bigsby an $80,000 bond. This November, several correctional officers testified Bigsby made multiple possible confessions while in jail. Although inconsistent and contradictory, all versions ended with Codi's death or killing. Again, jury selection is underway. Supporters of the missing boy are filled with emotion.
We understand the process, and we've all just really wanted justice. And so, we'll wait. We are excited to get to this day, to get to a day where, and hopefully we get some answers.
And keep in mind, prosecutors are trying this murder case without a key piece of evidence. Despite authorities and volunteers searching for countless hours, Codi's body hasn't been found to this day. Live in Hampton, Angelique Arintok, 13 News Now.
Angelique, thank you. It's been no more than 2 years ago that Cory Bigsby did report his then 4-year-old son Codi missing to the Hampton Police Division. Cory Bigsby is now charged with killing his son, but police have not found, Codi's body. And a lot has happened over the last 2 years. You heard Angelique mention some of it, so let's go back to the beginning to figure out how we got here. Cory Bigsby reported Codi missing the morning of January 31st, 2022. Just 3 days later, Mark Talbot, who was then the Hampton police chief at the time, said Bigsby's timeline of Codi's disappearance didn't add up. Police arrested him on unrelated child neglect charges. Then, February 5th, Cory Bigsby was named a person of interest in the case. A judge denied bond 5 times before finally granting him an $80,000 bond in June of 2023. This move came just a few weeks after prosecutors charged Bigsby with the murder of his son. And then on November 9th, a judge ruled that statements that Bigsby made, in jail, can be used as evidence in this trial. Last fall, several corrections officers testified that Bigsby admitted to burying Codi's body, but the timeline and the details were inconsistent. Bigsby's defense team says he was coerced into making those admissions in exchange for a lunchtime visit. Bigsby's murder trial is now underway. Stay with 13 News Now as we deliver continuing coverage and team coverage of the trial on air and online.